So I'm about to take a work trip to Miami, but before I do, I'm going to try to get in a recording or two for you guys so I can leave you with something to watch in the meantime. I will say that the game is not making it easy for me. We had a little bit of an issue at the end of last episode. Our away team was shooting their way through several doors only to eventually crash the game. Or basically, the game didn't hard crash, but, you know, we couldn't progress any further without restarting. And after restarting and rolling back to a previous save, right when they arrived at the location no longer existed on the map. So I couldn't even replay that part. I had to basically just send them home. And wouldn't you know it, they're stuck out here. So I'm going to wait a little bit. It says it should take them a day and a half. Again, if they don't progress, we'll teleport them home. But they should be almost halfway at this point because we have, in the meantime, already redone Valorum's surgery. He has his 2 gene seed components, and Elijah is queued up. Gordian is currently working on what is it, the catalepsia node, so we only have a 5 ready. We need 5 and 6, but that'll be done shortly. And then, as you may notice, we are being raided, so we have a whole lot of Eldar dropping in. Looks to be right here. You know, with all these enemies drop podding in, I would really like to have some artillery where we could start shelling this area before they even land. And then the moment they touch down, their drop pods are just getting obliterated by shells. And I don't know exactly how it works. I've never tested it, but I imagine if you blow up a drop pod with somebody inside, it's probably more or less an insta-kill. Or at least a very good chance of like an incapacitation. So I feel like that would be a pretty effective tactic. And the range of mortars is pretty good to the point where, like, if we had them set up here, not necessarily in the base, but in this kind of protected area, we would definitely be able to shell out here. So that's something I want to do for sure once we get this area a little bit more fortified. For the time being, let's grab everybody worth grabbing and send them out here. Since the enemy is on the left here, I think we'll try to fortify this area. I don't want to spread ourselves too thin because the enemy's basically going to bum rush one spot. You guys are not yet ready for combat. You two are actually fairly competent fighters, and I always kind of forget to include you, but this time I will not. So we're going to send you out there. The rest of the people aren't ready yet. So let's get things rolling. The enemy is... Oh, why did I think they were Eldar? I should have known immediately that that was Tau. It looks like it's largely a Kroot force, though. Which I think is a good thing because their guns, I don't believe, are very good. The Tau Fire Warriors obviously are a little bit better armed for ranged combat. That's kind of their whole thing. And there are quite a few of them in here. Some Pathfinders and whatnot. Are you the leader? Steel Honor Blade. It's ethereal, so could very well be. We'll have to make sure we take that person out. Anywho, we'll keep an eye on them as they move. Did it say whether they're gonna... Okay, they are gonna prepare for a bit. That gives us a chance. Again, really wishing I had some artillery because if they're gonna just hang out, I could be shelling them this whole time. So Nicholas, I think I'd like you ready to ambush the enemy there. Avitus, you're effectively a turret. So let's put you like there. I just want you shooting all the time. Thule, where do I want you? Kind of out in front. I'm thinking like here. Actually, let's go there. Orion, you have some abilities that you can use if I set you up there. Endymion, let's put you here. Tarkus, I'm gonna have you set up like over here. The idea being if they all funnel this way, I can have him come around and start shooting them in the flank. If they do move that way, then he can just fall back to cover. Gordian, I don't want to put you anywhere you'd be too exposed. Actually, what? Nicholas, why don't you go there? Gordian, you can go here. That leaves Antaeus. I think I'll put you over here as well. And then Martellus. I'm going to put you with Avitus, I guess. Camisa has a Hellgun. And I'll put her in this doorway. And then I think Heracus, I'm going to put you over there as well. That actually might not be the best idea because they're a lot slower than the Space Marines. So if they do need to fall back, they're going to be pretty hard pressed to do so. But I don't think they're any slower than the Tau. So as long as we don't get them like pinned down with too much fire, they should be all right. The question now is, do we want to try to bait them? Let's see. What kind of things do you have again? Sudden electron gradient that discharges as a lightning bolt against the target. I suspect they're going to have weapons that range further than that. Yeah, it doesn't have very good range with those. Smite also isn't very good. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be hard to bait them, especially without Cyrus here. So we might just have to wait them out. Oh, look, we found another corpse. Okay, so the Tau are beginning their assault. We also have a recruiter ship that we'll want to look at. It's honestly been so long, I do not recall how the hell Betty ended up with us or why we brought her on. She's a transhumanist and kind, but most of her skills are in the form of intellectual, which does not help us in any way, shape, or form. I think I vaguely remember talking about possibly leveling up her crafting skill, and that combined with intellectual might make her useful for crafting some things that somebody only with crafting skill wouldn't be able to necessarily do. But honestly, if anybody at this recruiting ship looks promising, I'm not going to have any qualms about selling her off to help pay for that. Okay, so here they come. And it looks like they're coming very much to the right, actually, which is unfortunate. How do we bait them? Thule, can you be the bait? His bolt pistol is not going to outrange their guns, so it's more about just drawing aggro. We got some. Look, it's a Space Marine captain, just out in the open all by himself. Look at that shot with the bolt pistol. Okay, fall back. Yeah, they really spread out. That's a bit unfortunate. Antaeus, pull back. I don't like how much of the brunt of this you guys are about to take. You're going to need to shift over. Let's see. Gordian, get over here. Because they're inevitably they're going to kind of peel back around. Let's get you... Thule, go to there. You go here. Endymion, set up there. Alright, start pulling back. Tarkus, pull back. Get over there. Tarkus, move. Okay. That's looking a little bit better. Hopefully, yeah, Ryan should be able to hold that down. He's got some cover with their help. And it looks like they're starting to retreat. It is a fighting retreat, so we do need to be careful. Who needs rescue? Tarkus? All right, Antaeus. Gonna undraft you. You need to immediately... Hold on. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a lot of injuries, don't get me wrong. And he's bleeding a little bit, but he's not in any danger of dying, so... in that case, is there anywhere to rescue him? I guess that bed is open, so sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Right, the rest of you pursue. Endymion, did I give you an order? No. Try to take out as many as you can. Did we get the ethereal? I don't see the ethereal. It's a bit hard to say. There's a lot of corpses. You'd think they'd be pretty obvious. Oh, look, another human corpse. Yes, there they are. They're both dead. Or one of them is dead, one of them is nearly dead. They have the same name also. That's kind of strange. Okay. Let's move to cover. There's just a random fire warrior over there. Alright, come on. Let's go. Run him off the map. Who landed that one? That was a hell of a shot. He just got wrecked. He's just peacefully trying to leave the map and then boom. A little bit of burst fire from a heavy bolter and he was splattered. Okay. Let's have all of you head back, get yourselves patched up. I might ask one of you to make sure that that ethereal doesn't make it off the map. I mean, he's going to bleed out, but that'll be fine. These are kind of cool weapons. So, Steel Honor Blade, excellent quality. It does have a bit of artwork. Let's check it out. Called Black Lobster. Engraving on this weapon shows a lawyer looking smoky playing roulette with 4 demons. The image somehow expresses both need and combat. And then we have Black Wasp. This weapon bears an image of a crazy abstract shape. The work seems to symbolize defeat. Well, it's very apt for this situation. The scene takes place in the middle of an encampment. Apparently it's our encampment and you guys did in fact just get defeated. I'm going to allow both of these, and I would like for Nicholas maybe to pick them on up. And we're going to keep them in our reliquary for now. I know these are Xenos weapons, but is that Tarkus's bolter? Was he without a bolter that whole time? Now I feel stupid. That's his knife. I don't see a bolter over here, so yeah, that would imply that he was just standing there with a knife. Thank you, Martellus. Okay, we can clear that. Fortunately, other than Tarkus, there was no real injuries that took place, so we should be able to take on this quest still. We have about 5 days to choose whether or not we do it. It does worry me a little bit that the people we're doing this for are offering us a Death Guard helmet. Does that imply that they are in fact heretics? something to keep an eye on. All right, so Tarkus is getting tended to immediately. Other than that, I don't know if it's even worth like bothering. Like, really? You're gonna lie down and rest for something so minor? You got a little bit more beat up, but it's still nothing significant. All right, off Tarkus goes to equip his bolter. Well done. I'm also going to tell him to equip that as a sidearm. So let's make sure that the Kroot hounds are allowed, because those are good eating. And frankly, the Fire Warriors are also pretty tasty for Space Marines, so... And we'll just make sure everybody's haulable and therefore edible. We'll worry about the guns later if we bother at all. That's a lot of stuff to gather, but of course we can break it down for raw materials. And unlike the Eldar, I think the Tau equipment actually is broken down into useful things. There's also silver lying around that we should probably try to get a hold of. I don't know if we've broken down a gun drone before. That's something we should look at maybe doing. How about the big guy? Can we get the big guy? Definitely want to haul the Narlock. That's a lot of food. And then there was another corpse over here, wasn't there? Where did they land again? Oh, wow, they delivered so much steel. I thought there was a corpse over here. There it is. That's the one. So we'll get both of those hauled in as well. And Endymion, it's kind of ridiculous that you're even resting, so I'm going to have you make the call. Thule, this has a little bit more of a legitimate reason for lying down. Okay, so Snotface. Great name. Female, 35 years old. Is a framer. Shooting, melee, construction, mining, plants, animals, and artistic. She's trigger happy, ravenous, and clumsy. Now, see, that's somebody I could more easily make use of than our friend there. It looks like they're not interested in her, though. I can't sell her off. I do have enough silver to just buy Snotface, though. There's also Kono, a sailor. He's human. It's unfortunate that he doesn't have any passion for combat because he's competent at it. Oh, he's also incapable of violence, though. Well, that's unfortunate. Though maybe with a little bit of how do you say, mental conditioning, we could change that. Maybe move some of his passion from art and social over to combat. Potentially construction as well if we don't decide to make him into a tech marine. So that's a maybe. They're both quite valuable, though. And then there's also Ju the War Master, who is just a beast. Wow. Incapable of dumb labor and skilled labor. So I think that precludes everything but violence. So he's, even though he's great at everything, he's only capable of violence. Hates dumb labor, nimble, and gifted. 53-year-old Lord Marshal. Well, this is interesting. Because this is arguably the best, in terms of skills, I should qualify that. The best randomly generated character I've ever seen in the game. Potentially. In terms of traits, it's hard to imagine somebody less useful. So, of course, with all of the gene seed modification and mental conditioning and whatnot, we could potentially change some of this. Of course, for a Space Marine, these things don't matter so much. It's just a weird conflict given how much passion and skill he has in these things. So, yeah, I don't know. But these two... Who the hell is Jimmy again? Is Jimmy one of our prisoners? You're kind of similar to Kono. But Kono's better at combat. So we can't just do like an even swap, unfortunately. I'm going to hit cancel. Thule will get us a better price when he's healthy. But one thing I think I will do is Betty's just chilling. And again, Betty kind of sucks. Other than being a transhumanist, of course. So, Valorum, I'm going to ask you to arrest her. And we're going to make a trade. Also, that stone skin gland we probably want to keep. So, there might be an operation before she goes. That does remind me, though, Thule's shield belt didn't seem like it was triggering, but it is there. It is still active, so that's strange. But yeah. All right, so it looks like our away team is actually moving, so I'm not going to cheat them back. I'm just going to let them move under their own power. And we'll eat the extra time that we got penalized for. It's not a big deal. So I am really excited to get these guys up and running. Oh, look, he just finished the Catalepsian node. Perfect. Because then we'll have like 2 legitimate scout squads. Hold on. Before I do that, let's queue up the other one. So we have 1, but we also need to add the other. Start operating. Nicholas, you're just chilling. Do me a favor, come on in here and drop those weapons that you grabbed. Come on, land on a pedestal. Nice. Oh, 2 for 2. Okay. Make sure nobody grabs those. And then, as you were. There's a lot of people doing nothing, considering how dirty it is in this area. And they're all set to be able to clean. Nobody is above cleaning in this fortress monastery. Even Thule, the captain, is not above cleaning. I don't know why they refuse to do it. But everybody, in terms of work, is allowed to and does have at least a priority of 4. So it might be their lowest priority, but it is still on their list. And we got a bulk goods trader visiting us. That's nice. They might have stuff we're actually interested in for once. We need to make sure we make the prisoners swap as well before they fly off. So let's wake Thule up to do that. I believe he is the best at social interaction. Yeah, the prices are a little bit lower. So, oh, Betty is actually quite valuable. Oh, it's because she still has the stone skin gland, probably. How motivated am I to remove that? Is it worth the effort, or should we just take advantage of the fact that it makes her more valuable? So if I put you two together, we're looking at 2,600 silver. And then if we do a straight 2 for 2, we're basically dead even. I think I like that swap. Snotface is, I think, a lot more useful than Betty is. Clumsy is a little bit concerning. But it wouldn't matter if we replace most of her body parts with mechanical ones. And then Kono, while not like the best Marine recruit we've ever seen. He is young. We can move some passions around, and he is at least competent as a fighter. Desensitize, I think, potentially helps as well. And the incapable of violence will go away when he becomes a Space Marine. So yeah, that seems like a good trade to me. Alright, you two, welcome aboard. Let's see. Snotface, I'm going to move you to here. And Kono, yeah. So these are our Marine recruits, and then everybody after Heracus and Kamisa are our Tech Priest recruits. Let's actually jump into the work tab, because we have a few new additions now that probably need to have their priorities adjusted. Let's see, Wardening. You're actually not bad at it by any means. So 3 is fine. I'm actually going to bump you to a 2 for Jailer, because that's something that we need a little bit more of. Making sure the prisoners are doing their work. Handling can be a 4. That's not really something I need, but since you're capable, at least I can force you to do it if we leave it at a 4. Constructing. 3, but double passion. So let's have him contribute with like building floors and walls. Stuff where we can afford to lose the materials if he fails. Those don't need to be very high. 3 there is fine. I don't really want you being a therapist. You're not going to be in a position, or sorry, a role where that's something we need you to do. Now let's match a lot of this as we go along. I don't need you doing that necessarily. We'll do maybe a 4 for Jailer. Construction, 3 is okay. Mining, I want you leveling up at that, so let's get you a 3 there as well. Do you have any passion for construction? No, let's make it a 4 then. Mining is something that we're going to need to be doing a lot of. We're currently doing a lot of. And so having it at 3 is actually nice. In fact, let's bump it to 2. Training combat can stay to 3. I want everybody doing that to some degree. You're also going to be probably our dedicated artist. So I'm going to bump that to 2. Actually, Snotface might be the dedicated artist over time. But right now, he's the most skilled. She just has the most passion for it. Recon, I don't need from you. Resources, I don't need from you. I don't need any of that from you. Okay. And then you guys. Just kind of make all this match. Handling, again, we'll leave it on there, but it's not something I need. Construction, definitely want construction help. Growing as well. Plant cutting. Training combat's fine. Let's knock some of these down. Yeah, all that looks good. What is this? Oh, right, you're actually quite good at medicine. Sure, whatever. I'm just going to leave those for now. Actually, there's one thing I do want to remove, and that is... Okay, doctoring is... Let's do a 4. I want to be able to prioritize it, but I don't want him, like, conducting surgeries or anything. Okay, so we can get rid of the recruitership. And then bulk goods trader is on their way. These are from Nation of Cain. Okay, so yeah, not the guard. So we almost have... Well, we have 2. We almost have 4 walled bedrooms. So we can start looking at floors. I think I was using... Okay, got it. But where are they here? So we can start with these. These are going to be in the doorways. And I can't see over my mic. There it is. We'll lay down some floors. Please, for the love of God, don't break my game. Oh, crap. That lagged a little bit. Okay. I'm going to prioritize getting those furnished first. That way we can move people into them and off the floors. Eventually, this will be... well, let's see. Do we want to do odds on the left, evens on the right? I guess it doesn't matter. But, you know, it makes more sense to start with 1. And, you know, at least as an English speaker, I read left to right. So one could argue 1, 3, 2, 4. Maybe. Again, doesn't really matter. But for now, we're not going to worry about squads. We're just going to get as many veteran Marines up off the floor as we can. So we'll move Tarkus, Martellus, Avitus. Who else? You 3. Gordian has a bed. Orion and Antaeus have beds. You 2 have beds. So, yeah, honestly, Kono, what happened, bro? Oh, God, this game is so cursed. Well, as long as his head's still attached here where it matters. I can't tell. Something that he is wearing is causing a problem. Ah. That would be it. News of peace. There's several diplomatic overtures. Abkam-Kin League and Empire of Perfection have decided to cease all hostilities between them. So that's human on human, but we have our suspicions about the Empire of Perfection. They sound very Slaneshi. So we're keeping an eye on them, but they haven't outright done anything heretical that I can recall. So for now, we'll just let it go. But yeah, you need to drop that. Can you not put it here? Preferred apparel. I don't even know what it would be under. But yeah, that's what's causing that, because that clothing should only, there is only meant to be worn by people with the Hulk body type. It's just weird. I can't get him to drop it. I'll just do this. They're cheap enough to make, so if I hold Alt click, it'll just destroy it. So our traders are fleeing the map because it's so cold. I need to have like Endymion run out there and trade with them before they leave. I don't see any quest givers, so material trade is the best we're gonna get. Elijah was puking his guts out. For what reason? Oh, still woozy from the anesthetic. Endymion, come on. You're a space marine. You should be able to run down a regular woman. I don't think she has any augments. If anything, she should be slower from all the scars on her legs. Oh, Orion just went up 2 in medicine, thanks to Gordian. That took longer than it should have. Okay. Donkeys, not really of interest. A lot of bird meat. A lot of meat in general. Chem fuel. They actually have quite a bit. Do they have any medicine? Start from the bottom. Not seeing much. Pure Guard gas mask. I'll be alright without that. Psychic Shock Lance is tempting. I have 2 ranged shield belts. They have none. Those are the only type I'm interested in, if I'm being honest. Because with the dual wield mod, everybody is more or less going to have a pistol of some kind. And so if I give them a belt that doesn't allow for shooting out, then that really kind of hampers our abilities. Let's see. Death Acidifiers I can sell. I think we initially gifted those last episode, but again, I had to revert a lot of that. So that didn't happen. Steel is not something I'm ever going to buy. Cloth I don't need. Components I may as well. Can take all their neutromine too. That leaves us a debt of 2,000. And then I can make up for that with like 2 human brains, or how about a liver? They seem to really like livers. And that AI is worth a lot, but I should have actually destroyed that a while ago. Here you can have a cloth jacket that I don't want. Okay, that's minus 460, let's say. Anything else we want to swap? Like, frankly, the components I could probably just say 0. Or we could do, like, some of them. Like 20. And that leaves us with even a small profit. I was really hoping they'd have industrial medicine, but they don't. So I guess we'll just take what we can get. Oh, meant to grab you. That snow must be really deep because he's not moving very fast. Like, his speed should be almost twice that of a regular person. What's up with your face, bro? Oh, it's just a mustache. It almost looked like he had like a metal bar across his face, but it was just a gray handlebar. Oh, grabbing the silver that's out here. Still got some fire warriors wriggling around, but I think we'll be all right. And we got another trader, this time from Ministon. Not a trader so much as just a visitor with a couple of things to barter, but still somebody that we can swap items with if we need to. Okay, so that's essentially 4 bedrooms done. We're going to use these as our templates. So we'll do 1 and 2, 3 and 4. What kind of doors have we been using? For the bedrooms, it's going to be just these. Yeah, just a standard steel door. For the hallways, I've been doing double wide. What are these? They're like Star Wars doors or something. Yeah. Anywho, I'll just grab one from here. And then in order to light the rooms, I've been using these illuminated end tables. So we have a merc ship passing by. I don't know what they typically trade in, so let's have Thule talk to them and see what they're offering. People, and they're willing to buy military goods. So what kind of people do we have? We have McDaniel, Corporal, 64 years old, pretty good melee fighter, abrasive night owl. Sizzlard, the vet, like a combat vet or like a animal vet. Not very good. Tobias is a bit old, not particularly great either. How about Mick? Not so great. You're Acadian. Interesting. Brooks, also Acadian. Are you guys slaves or just like, are we swapping recruits here? Katya is a pretty good fighter. Capable of a lot of stuff though. Alistair's a bit old. Wow, passion and everything. Fun-loving and rooted. It's an interesting thought. Hull, another War Master. That seems to be a pretty common trait around here. Well, he's pretty solid. And Tom. Alistair caught my attention the most, to be honest. And that's going to cost me, what, 1,300? Giordana's more valuable, but she's also really good. What about Mooney? I missed Mooney. Kind cat person. Not really the makings of a Space Marine. Oh, also female. Okay, so Alistair potentially is a bit old, but we've kind of fallen off that recruitment requirement a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab Alistair. All right, I've just saved. I'm going to now very bravely lay down some floor tiles here. And of course, we've been using sandstone, so we'll stick with that. Let's do down to the doorways. We'll just do this hallway section by section. And I'm going to prioritize going here and into this area first. And then we can worry about down here later. Nobody really visits this area, so it's not super high priority. I actually want to do a doorway here. We're going to close off that hallway, and we're going to use these doors to do it. Forgot to check in on our mineral scanner. So it is running, and it's almost done in this area, actually. Did we find anything? It doesn't look like it. Oh, we found this. Compacted machinery. So some free components. I suppose next we'll bring it over to here. It's going to take a long time to build conduits out there, though. Oh, great. Thule is fully healed. So now we're just waiting on Tarkus. Once Tarkus is back to full health and these guys return, which is imminent, we can go ahead and accept this mission here. I see no rush to grab it, though, because we have 5. Well, we had 5. I think it's less than that now. We have 4 days to do it. And once we accept it, then we're going to have a certain amount of time to actually fulfill it. So if we accept it now and then have to wait, then we will have basically given ourselves less time to wait, rather than if we just wait to accept it and then we can wait a little bit longer. We're mining kind of slow over here, so I'm considering dropping another torch. Or, you know, it might even be more efficient is just building one of these. Because there's going to be a bedroom there, right? So why not just put it in now? Martellus, could you actually prioritize that? Because that'll help them mine faster. Oh, we got another caravan. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. That's our caravan. Look at now, hauling corpses for us. Oh, you picked the wrong time to get up. Let's test Cyrus's accuracy. He's shooting. I don't see anything landing, though. Oh, wow. Oh, right in the heart. And here I was doubting him for a second. Whoa, whoa. Bros. What are you doing? Look how they immediately started to fight. Must have been a rough trip. Yeah, just leave him be. Okay, I think it's time for our next round of gene seed implants. We should be ready to install 7 and 8. Let's see. Can we find it? Yep. 7 and 8. So, Valorum, go ahead and rest until healed. And Gordian, what are you up to? Oh, you don't need to do that. Why don't you start operating? So I think 8, once 8 is installed, that officially puts us at the halfway mark for these guys. I believe, like, Aramis, for example, has 16 organs. Yeah. Assuming we didn't skip any. Doesn't look like we did. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. So I don't think we skipped any. Cool. So yeah, even though 8 seems like a lot, it is in fact only the halfway point. And before they finish that, I'm going to grab that blueprint. Please finish it. Come on, you can do it. You're so close. Cool. Alright, we're going to go down to the next door. And it looks like they managed to do this hallway without crashing my game, so that's great. Debating whether I want to just leave these doors held open. Because this is a mountain base, I like to have as many bulkheads, I guess you could describe them as. I like to have as many bulkheads as possible. Because, of course, if there's an infestation, we want to contain it to a single room. At least as much as we can, of course. Now, I'll probably regret this, but I'm going to use some wall sconces to light this area. I can't do it centered over here, unfortunately. Well, I could do one on either side of the doors. That might look nice. It's not going to cover very far, though. I could do like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just going to light up the same area, so I don't know if it's worth it. We could do one on either side flanking the hallway there. Something like that, maybe. Again, that's going to require a lot of wood. We did get it a little bit built up, and there is a bunch lying on the ground still that hasn't been hauled. But it's also a scarce resource, so I kind of regret going that route. Electricity is a lot easier to come by. But, you know, something to be said for aesthetics. So with that floor section done, I'm going to add another section, and then we'll be down to the intersection here. Making pretty good progress. It really helps when we have this many people able to contribute to the building. Let's see, Valorum, I think you were operated on, right? So, yeah. Great. Still need to deal with this frostbite scar. Again, I'm pretty sure the one here will just go away when we replace that organ, or when we implant the organ. And so whenever he's ready, we'll throw Elijah in there. Another merc ship. Should we see what they have? Duel's not doing anything anyway. Maybe we can continue bartering our pawns back and forth until we have the best ones possible. They do have quite a few to choose from. Not very good, though. Wow, you're both very narrowly focused. Male 18, Fortune Finder, Kleptomaniac, Resilient. That's a pretty good Space Marine candidate right there. 18 years old. I think potentially, yeah. Got Hermit, Transhumanist. With some plant skill. It's not a bad choice for oh, wow. What the hell are you? Thousands of years old, beast in combat, cold tolerant pyromaniac. Oh, are you an Eldar? Didn't really look like it, but it's hard to say. Yep. Anton. It's okay. Cub. I'm just going to look at the male characters at this point because we're pretty much exclusively looking for Space Marine recruits. There's another Eldar. Not seeing too many promising candidates, though. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anybody here. So, was it you? It's not too bad, actually, cost-wise. Do I want to offset this cost with anything? I can give them these flak vests I don't want. Sure, let's do that. I need to start making some silver, though. So, Avidus has decided to try to frail our prisoners, which is an interesting change for him. Typically, he likes to beat them to death, but this time he's trying to let them out. So, Abdul, I'm going to need you to deal with him before he gets there. It's going to be difficult because... Oh, actually, they're not in their prison, so maybe you'll get there before he does. See where he's going to go. But as long as we arrest him before he gets there, it should be perfectly fine. I'm not trying to kill him. Come on. Work with me, game. Gotcha. Cool. If I set him down, is he going to continue to aggro? Oh, nope, he's back to work. Awesome. Alright, so we've made some pretty decent progress on the barracks areas today. We have one effectively complete and another nearly complete. I'm not sure if I should prioritize digging into the other ones and getting this whole area complete, or if having 2 done is enough for now. We have a lot of people sleeping on the floor still, so I feel like getting at least one of these done so we can get everybody off the floor should be our focus. And then I think we're going to start digging into the southern area here. It's a good bit of steel, but more importantly, we want to get our growing areas into their sort of more permanent position, which is going to be here. So that'll be next on our list. Mining has been going very slow because we really only have like 2 people doing it. So I might need to look at priorities just to bolster our mining efforts a little bit. And of course, once we have the growing area shifted from here over to there, we can start working on the firing range and general training facilities, which will be here. So I think we've got a pretty good plan moving forward. I'd also really like to start fortifying this area, but it's difficult to... Oh, it's a gun drone. It's difficult to do because I don't know how much, like, for example, plasteel we can spare to make more of these. What are we at with that currently? 777. That's actually quite a bit. Granted, we need plasteel to make armor and weapons for all of these recruits. And we'll also need to make power armor for any of them that eventually progress to actual battle brothers. So we can't just burn through all that plasteel, but we might have enough to spare to, say, build 1 more of these turrets. It's only 40, so we could probably get away with 2 even. But having more firepower like that would be great. And I also want to look at some form of artillery for the reasons I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. So something to consider as well. And we're going to want to keep all that out here. So again, all the fighting will happen here. The base should be sort of like Alamo fallback point. We don't want to be fighting from our base if we can help it. So far we haven't had to, really, other than maybe the very earliest raids. But we've been doing a pretty good job of holding the line hereabouts. Anywho, I think we'll leave it there for today. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another recording in. It's already pretty late, and I haven't even packed yet. So I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Rimworld with you. If I can, I'll try to get some Star Wars recordings in before or after I get back. But we'll see. That one is a little bit trickier for me to dive on in with because of the weird glitches we've been having with the raids on that one. So I can jump in and play and, you know, try to progress things, and then nothing might happen, like, ever. So it's a little bit weird. But if I have to, I can try to spawn things in. It's just not very fun when we do that. So, yeah, anywho, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys back here for the next one.